back again. Day 4 of the Rice Bucket Challenge, day 2 of filming it. So after today, we will have about 26 days of the Rice Bucket Challenge, and I'm going to try to drop a video every day for the next 28 days, which will make 30 straight. So, if you can, like, share, subscribe, follow, tell your friends about it, and here we go. Let's start the Rice Bucket Challenge off. Doing some spears. I got my favorite little hat on today. My cousin's family actually got me this, as well as a gift card for Christmas. I really enjoy it. Love going to my little cousins, his kids' sporting events, showing up for the family. You know, we all like to go out and have a fun time. It's a small community I live in down here in Virginia. Born and raised in Chicago, but my grandma's side of the family's down here, so got a little bit of snow in the rolling hills of Virginia today. Looks really pretty on the mountains up there, on the trees, just coated in white. Can never go wrong there. Thankfully, the streets didn't really hold any snow today, so we just got the aesthetic. But down here, where there's so many, it's so curvy and it's so much hills and undulation. When it gets cold and the snow sticks before the plows can really get out there, and since it's such a backroads area, it can get dangerous at times. So, I mean, heck, just at the thaw of snow down here, they'll cancel school for the kids and stuff. But it's a nice area to live in. I enjoy it because I cook my own food and kind of do my own thing, so it kind of keeps me away from really not getting into anything, but just doesn't allow you to really stray off the path that you're on. Allows you to stay, focused and goal-oriented and such. Obviously, on the other side of the spectrum, as opposed to living downtown Chicago like I have, where there are a lot more resources available. You can come up quicker. Down here, you gotta develop a little bit different level of patience, because the city absolutely takes a high level of patience. It's just in a different regard. Time down here definitely moves at a different pace. You can definitely, for some people, they can become stagnant in environments like this, but for me, I prefer the isolation. I prefer to be able to, kind of think things through and then kind of intertwine with the community to an extent. And you gotta have a nice little balance, because you're too isolated. It kind of messes with your social skills to an extent for some individuals, And myself, I'm just way too talkative. My ADD gets the best of me. If that's one of my qualities that I would love to improve on, is to slow down and not, just try to get all the information out that I'm trying to convey at one time, and, kind of let thoughts matriculate for everybody to an extent, kind of, probably even used that word wrong. Matriculate definitely did, but we'll let it slide. But yeah, this community is a place where you can thrive, and eventually what I'm trying to do is just buy land, get animals, grow my own stuff, and kind of have my own resources, so I'm not necessarily dependent on the system, if you will, because that's, I think, where a lot of people find themselves, with no options but to pay certain prices for milk and meat and things along those lines. I currently just left my job at the old folks home as maintenance that I've been working for over a year, and prior to that I was transporting vehicles as well. For about 2 years I worked up under my cousin over here at the slaughterhouse. I guess alongside, but I still always call him boss man and stuff like that, just respect. Someone's been doing it that long, they are showing you what to do and teaching you a skill. They earn that respect. And he never, treated me like I was an employee or any type of subservient individual to him based on a wage. All respect and consideration. So, to me that earns the title of boss. You know what I'm saying? And cousin or not, you get a lot of respect for doing stuff like that for somebody, because now I could, dispatch an animal from A to Z. I know how to cut up the meat. I know how to just everything A to Z. I was the kill man, as they call them, So, a little Slaughterhouse Boys action. I made like a little freestyle from, and I told both my boss, the owner and the boss, because we all work together. Then Diane, in the what they call the boning room. That's when what you kind of do is you dispatch the animal. You got to get the head off. You got to let it bleed out a little bit. You got to put it down. You got to strip the hide off, and then you got to put it back up, get the guts out, and then get the rest of the hide off, wash it off, take a bone saw, and you cut it in half. And there's this rail that runs through the whole slaughterhouse. It goes from the kill room to the cooler and then into the boning room. And once you, kind of get the cow up on that track, because there's a winch, once you get up on that track, you're good to go. You put them in the cooler for about 7 to 10 days. Depends on the meat, and I guess probably how weather is outside as far as humidity and all that stuff goes. I'm not too, astute when it comes to that area, but it was definitely a job, and to be able to have that skill and to know how to cut an animal up and how to survive, is just irreplaceable. So the financial compensation for the job was nice. That's fine. But more than anything, it was just, I like learning new skills, and that's amazing because that's something I can pass on. So that to me has value beyond a monetary sense. If you can help someone survive, man, how much deeper level of caring would that be, to literally dispatch an animal to be able to allow a family to nourish themselves, So there's another technique I saw where the dude has like a little implement, looks like a piece of wood, and he has it like this and he's dragging it, and it's just working the forearm. So what I kind of do for that is do a little closed fist action, do some rotation, and then also you can just get in there just like you're doing a forearm workout and kind of just cup it, I should be standing up doing this, but if I'm going to be sitting here doing it for 30 minutes, I'm kind of going to be a little bit lazy about it and sit down. I really, really enjoy doing this and kind of seeing the results. Like, I'm not, my arms are pretty small, but I'm already, for myself, noticing little variances in size already in certain areas, which it's kind of rewarding. I'm not trying to be buff or this or that, but, achieving results is definitely gratifying. So, and that's on any level, especially when it comes to self-improvement and self-growth. So, you can never go wrong there. I mean, most people want to see instant results when it comes to weight loss, when it comes to any endeavor they kind of try to set out to, and just, I think patience is a virtue kind of goes beyond a biblical sense. That's just in general, that's a good quality and trait to be able to have. At times, I could be a little more patient, but I think that's kind of life showing you that that's what you need. If you're in a circumstance where you're getting impatient or someone kind of feels like it's testing you to a degree, level up. Doesn't mean bite your tongue or anything. It means maybe there's something that you need to be aware of about yourself that could have room for improvement. And again, most of these people out here in this society, when you go out to Walmart, are just off the walls. Like, even the people that you would think are sane, most of them are on some type of medication for mental health, like it's normal, I was in the store the other day and was checking out, and I overheard the cashier talking to the customer about how, her son used to stay up 3-4 in the morning, this and that. He just graduated a year or two ago, but now doctors got him on them anxiety meds, and he goes to sleep. He still plays the games, but he goes to sleep at 10 o'clock. Like, going to sleep at 10 o'clock is somehow an accomplishment. I'd rather have my kid, or, I don't have any kids, but I'd rather have an individual go to sleep at 4 or 5 in the morning, but wake up and be able to actually accomplish something for the day instead of, Oh yeah, that's the best he got. Old Jimmy John went to sleep at 10 p.m. Dude, what is wrong with everybody? They think a pill is just a quick fix. You got all these mountains out here, all these trails. Get out, walk around, figure out who you are. Everyone's looking out for all these outside reasons and answers to figure out who they are. Look in the mirror for 2 seconds. Give yourself a chance. Give yourself a break. Take a breath. Breathe a little bit, like I need to, and figure out who you are. Don't go out and just try to seek validation through the opinions of others. Most of your friends are just going to be yes men and yes women, and they're not going to tell you that you're doing something wrong and that you're a problem. To me, that's the best thing you could do for your friend is to say, hey man, you're fucking up, bruh. And I love you enough to say that I'm not afraid. I don't care that if you're going to get mad at me for me saying that you need to fucking, look out for you. Because really, at the end of the day, all you're doing is getting mad at me because I care about you more than you do. So it's kind of weird and contradictory, and that's why life is a paradox. I am a paradox as well, But yeah, just care about you. That's all. Because if you care about yourself, you're going to start caring about others because you wouldn't want others to feel that type of way. You're not going to start mistreating others because you wouldn't want to be mistreated. I don't think it's money, power, and respect. I think it's opposite, and there's two. It's with respect for yourself comes respect for others. Then power, you get like a humble power from people knowing that you're a good person and vice versa. And then money's the tool. Money comes. So it's with respect for yourself comes respect for others. And with that comes a humble power, and money's the tool because you'll have so many people set up around you. To me, money, you could also factor in that as time and resources as opposed to just money. So it could be resources and time, power and respect, and invert it to respect for yourself. With respect for yourself comes respect for others. And then, there's the humble power within that because you've kind of established a network and a community, and the rest will come with that, When people devote their time and their energy to you, and they know that you're willing to put that same time and energy back into them, as well as having those leadership qualities, you're going to be able to take over, and that's exactly what we need to do in this day and age, is set an example for others to lead by, because if we stop showing up at the stores, their system shuts down, they have no control, and nothing means anything anymore. So, what I'm about to do is, I'm sure you haven't, but if you have stayed this long, what I'm about to do after this is make some steak and eggs. I haven't eaten for the night, and I think it's about 9:30 or so. I haven't eaten yet today. Just been drinking water all day. So I'm going to make some steak and eggs, make a little video on how I prepare and cook that, and see you in a bit.